The story you are about to see has been told before. A lot. And now we are going to tell it again. But different.
There's definitely some black stuff on the floor that it's decided it didn't want inside of the engine.
Luke even said detune it a little bit. Elle said it's a stupid idea.
Sad times.
You're joking. Not another one?
Oh dear. That was a bit of a shunt. Balls.
About 5 or 6 years ago, I hitchhiked here and ended up stuck out in the middle of this place. Climbed up out of the freeway. This little man comes up to me in my pool with our backpacks and about $10 between us. And he goes, "You know where you are? You in the jungle, baby!"
We are back at Time Attack for 2026. We're having another go. Those of you who follow me on social media probably have already seen that I took the car out testing a month ago after it made well north of 600 horsepower on the dyno and blew it up immediately. So Ash built the engine back up on Friday. We put it back in the car on Saturday, changed all the stickers and brought it here. Untested. It's a rod job, which means it's literally 450 horsepower max is all we're going to push out of it. So yeah, we're really sort of up against it this year, but it's round one. We've got a couple of drop rounds this year and it's not my favorite track. So my plan is just to try and get somewhere near, if not beat the PB, but with less power. So it's the aim of the game. So we're out and warm up shortly, see how we get on. Well, we're back in from warm up. Pretty positive, actually. I had a couple of little issues with car hesitating a little bit, so Ash has just been having a look at that. There's absolutely no grip around Barn, which is the last corner for the start-finish straight. We're all struggling there big time. That is the slippiest corner on the track. It's insane. But for the first time I've driven this car in a year, and the first time sort of driving it in anger, running at about 400 horsepower. And yeah, we managed sort of P3 in warm-up. Obviously, everyone's got a bit more on the table. The rear-wheel drive cars were both the fastest. As we knew, the Supra was going to be the problem this year, straight into P1. And Neil Robson straight up to P2 in his Beamer. So got our work cut out, try and chase those boys down. So we'll turn it all the way up, set it 450. Tyres are scrubbed in now. Reminding myself where I'm going. So yeah, tack one now. We'll get out, we'll try and score some points. We've had a rather successful attack one, surprisingly. I mean, it was a bit of a mess. It had its own couple of issues. I had a bit of a problem where the car coolant hit about 106, and I had to do a lap just to bring it all back down. But we'll we won't worry too much about that. But the key things is we ended up P2 in class and we set a new PB. So my aim today was to get in the 34s and I did a 34.5, which I was absolutely over the moon about. We're still a good bit off P1. That is so fast, that car. So I think that's going to definitely be a bit of a problem this year. But nonetheless, new PB, everything was good. Car was getting a bit hot, so brought it in and cooled it down. Going to, just take it back out for attack 2 now. Put a bit more E85 in it. I've got no more power available, just need to get braver. So go a bit quicker and see if we can get down to the low 34s. Like messages in when they're not looking, like Elliot's belling stuff. So when he's editing later on, he just gets to review that.
So we get to do it together.
We started already. So.
We've already started.
He's a stitch up like this.
Yeah.
I don't need to introduce Ash. Ash will introduce himself.
Yeah, well, I'm Ash. Probably been seen before. Yeah, it's been an eventful start to the year. For once, wasn't completely waiting on me. It was done.
Yeah, it was done.
And it did some amazing power to the point is like, if we get L back on, it was one of those things.
Yeah. Sent
them all the power figures and I said, do you think this is a good idea? Luke even said, detune it a little bit. L said, it's a stupid idea. So it did like 650 horsepower and it was immensely happy. I'll openly admit we beat it to death on the dyno quite heavily. And it was all going hunky-dory. It's send it out, goes test him, and it's a split along the bottom of the crankcase of the block, which we have seen before. And I think we're just, if you want to do a road car, a drag car, it'll probably last. But if we're going to race it and put it in your hands...
That's it, kick its head in for an hour, all of a sudden...
We're going to split the crankcase and it's just not going to survive. So then everything went to the machine shop. Luckily, sort of 90% of the engine's savable. But with us now waiting on some machine work, because everyone's super busy this time of year, it was sort of like, oh, are we going to make it? So I made the phone call. I was like, we can make it, but it's going to involve something else, which I said, I know there's a spare engine, and through the plethora of broken engines, we had enough spares to build another, minus a couple of bits. I said, well, there's this engine sat here. Should we build something for the first round, fairly basic spec, and just see how we go? So Friday morning, it was a bare block in the workshop, and then Saturday we were tuned and done and on the trailer.
That's it.
And it's not doing too bad. It's nothing crazy. It's literally an LEH with some steel rods in it, a set of your other cams, which are not particularly violent, just set a pipe of fast road, some springs, and here we are again. Walking wounded, 200 horsepower down, but it's...
and set a new PB though.
Set a new PB, so power wasn't everything.
No, it's not everything. This isn't the power track, is it? So it's not as important here, which is why we decided to get it all back together and make the risk on the lower power engine. But yeah, I tell you now, it was hellishly fast when it was 650 horsepower. I hit the end of fifth gear, 162 mile an hour on the back straight of Bedford, which is ludicrous from someone that's a Bedford local. 155 is the fastest I've ever gone there before. So yeah, bonkers. Yeah. But yeah, so clearly, it's mega power, but a bit too much for, we're asking too much of it.
We're asking too much of a cast iron block, and no matter what we build and what we do, if everyone goes, oh yeah, was it wedged? It's not there where it's splitting. We're splitting it along the bottom and lifting basically the liners near enough off the crankcase. We're just at the limit of what that good old Fiat cast block will
exactly.
do. Because everyone goes, it's Vauxhall, it's cast by Fiat, and that's the end of them, sadly. So we're at a limit of where we're going to do. So we're going to get the other engine built back up, come back up in power, but not as much.
But not as much,
and just stay there. And if we've got a go for broke power map, we can go back up to 650, but at the risk of how many engines
splitting another block. No, exactly.
We've got to be realistic.
I think cap it at 550, something like that, where we're at, couple of bar maybe, and just leave it at that. And I'll only use it on push to pass. So hopefully we can get it back together for Donington. We're at the mercy of the machine shop, but I'm sure Ash and El will do their best and see what happens, eh?
Yeah, we'll go again.
Absolutely.
Do it all over.
Yeah.
Speaking of
El, it's your turn. You need some shots.
He's gone.
Yeah, so attack 2 didn't go as well as attack 1. Unfortunately, had a bit of a coolant issue. The overflow tank that we installed in the wheel arch was the wrong type of plastic. And as soon as the coolant went in it, it melted a hole in it and fucked it all over my tyres. So I got a banker lap in, set at 35, which is, you know, reasonable. But that was it. It was an out lap, a banker lap, went in and checked tyre pressures. Oh shit, I'm leaking coolant. Straight back into the pits then. So we've come up with a slightly more permanent solution for the final. The optimal went up though, so obviously improved my line through Hall's Bends, and I had a 33.7 on the optimals. So our final goal now is to go from that 34.5 we did in attack 1, and we're going to try and pull out 33 for the final. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, but we're going to give it a go. It's balls to the wall. So join me for probably the most sketchy lap you've seen me do in this car.
A few moments later.
Balls to the wall. So join me for probably the most sketchy lap you've seen me do in this car. Oh, that was a big one. That was a bit of a shunt. Balls. Well, we're back from the final. As you probably just watched, that was eventful. It was going really well, to be fair. Car was flying. We still got this coolant issue, but yeah, it was just every lap was the fastest I'd gone. So the lap that I finished was the fastest I'd gone, new PB set. And then I struggled to remember, but I'm sure I was something like 8 temps up at one point on that next lap, flying. And as I got under the bridge and started braking, it just locked and the ABS didn't kick in, which it does have ABS, but clearly doesn't work. And that was it, touched the grass, gone. Barrier, caught my cannon, spun me round. So it's done fairly sort of substantial bodywork damage in that corner. It's not as bad as I thought it was. We'll get a couple of images of it. But yeah, plan is just get it on the trailer, get it home. I think all my cooling package and that's all still intact. There's no damage to anything else. It wasn't like a hard shunt. You know, it's a tyre wall, so it moves. So yeah, wouldn't be time without a bit of drama, would it? And something to fix before the next round. Key thing is for me, this is a new PB. I went almost a second faster than I'd gone here before with less power. So the car clearly goes round corners much better than it did, and we're on the right track. So if we can get the bodywork sorted and the engine back in it for Donington, then we might be able to give this Supra a bit more trouble. Because at the minute, he's the man to beat. But we're at P2, Cadwell Park, round 1. Over the moon with that. So let's get it fixed and we'll see you at the next round, which is Donington Park in about 3 weeks' time. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.